Hello, welcome to the Witness History podcast from the BBC World Service with me, Jane Wilkinson. We're going back to 1999 to Japan for the invention of something that's used billions of times every day across the world. I'm talking about the emoji, the pictures tagged onto emails and texts to show how we feel without using words. And those noises are my best guess at what the most popular emoji might sound like. Tears of joy, deep thinker, party popper, clapping hands, clinking glasses, angry face, shocked surprise, and a kiss. And the man we have to thank for their worldwide popularity is Shigetaka Kurita. Back in 1999, he was a software developer working on an internet project for the Japanese phone company NTT Docomo. One day, he noticed how much teenagers loved the Pocket Bell, a pager that used a heart symbol.
短いメッセージでやり取りしているときにかなりうまく
I was sending short messages and I realized I couldn't communicate as well as I wanted. A simple question such as, "What are you doing?" sounded harsh. It was difficult to show whether I was angry or not, so I couldn't make my real feelings understood. But I realized just by adding the heart symbol, a message would never sound negative. Then I began to think that as well as the letters, using various emoji in our new service could make communication far easier and smoother.
His boss loved the idea.
上司にこういうのやりたいというときに、
And he said, "Yes, go ahead." But the only staff who actually worked on it was myself and one other person on the technical side. And we had very little time, about 2 months. It was like we were working on a side product in a little corner.
Compared to today's emoji, the first pictures were basic. That's because Shigetaka had to create them on a square grid of 12 by 12 pixels. That's a total of just 144 dots.
最初はやはりあまり
In the beginning, I was thinking about very simple emoji, not complicated ones. So the first ones I worked on were to do with the weather. I started with the umbrella to test how we could do it.
Shigetaka created 176 symbols, covering weather, transport signs, numbers and emotions, mostly all in colour. The idea took off. Yay! Along with the adopted name, a combination of two Japanese words, E meaning picture and moji meaning written character. Soon, other Japanese companies followed, but it would take 10 years before the rest of the world caught up once smartphones added emoji to their keyboards.
Originally, I did think the idea would be popular in Japan because my friends and the people around me thought it sounded fun, but we weren't thinking about the wider world because we weren't sure they would be interested.
And so why are they so popular?
I think emoji are useful, regardless of the language you speak, particularly if you are sending short messages, because it's difficult to express your emotion by short text. And if you want to say airplane, for example, you have to type it out. But by using emoji, you can save the number of letters to type. And the emoji not only hold a meaning but also provide decoration. So they are often used by young people. They make the sentence look cute and fun.
Over the last few years, the emoji has become so familiar globally that in 2015, the Oxford English Dictionary chose it as their word of the year. Or more specifically, they chose... That's the tears of joy emoji. It was the first time a picture had been chosen rather than a word. And there's even an annual holiday.
If you didn't know it, now you do. It is World Emoji Day.
It's World Emoji Day.
World Emoji Day.
Happy World Emoji Day.
And happy World Emoji Day to you.
It takes place every 17th of July, chosen because it's the date marked on the calendar emoji. Meanwhile, in 2016, the Museum of Modern Art in New York snapped up Shigetaka's original emoji artwork, as CBS News reported.
In announcing its acquisition, the museum says in part, emoji tap into a long tradition of expressive and visual language. Images and patterns have been incorporated within text since antiquity and well into our own time.
So you might expect that the man who introduced emoji to the world is worth a fortune.
絵文字でお金持ちにはなっていないですね。特には。
Emoji didn't make me rich. It brought me attention like this and lots of honor, but no money. Because for the emoji, no patent or copyright was obtained. And since there was no patent or copyright, users could use them freely, and so their use spread. But I think if emoji had been bound by rights from the beginning, they wouldn't have become popular even in Japan. And if they hadn't spread in Japan, they wouldn't have spread outside Japan and across the world.
But it's not all been hearts and kisses. Some say the emoji has ruined our ability to communicate with words.
絵文字というよりはそもそもスマートフォンの。
On the contrary, emoji makes people have more fun interacting. And today there are times when people can communicate even though they speak different languages just by adding an emoji. So I think we have acquired a communication capability that we have never had before.
Today, the face with tears of joy symbol is the most popular emoji out of a library of more than 3,500. But not for Shigetaka.
原点となった、ハートマークが、
The heart, which was the origin of emoji, for me has to be the favorite because the heart can change negative words or even abusive words into positive ones. In that sense, I think it is the strongest emoji.
And what's your least favourite?
基本的に使わない絵文字は当然ある。
Naturally, there are emoji that I don't use, but they are necessary for other people to express their feelings. Personally, I don't have anything particular I dislike. However, I do find the ones of insects are a little scary.
Shigetaka is now a director of a media company and no longer designs emoji.
自分が欲しかったものを作れた。
I'm glad that I created what I wanted to create, but I never imagined people all around the world would be using them and enjoying something I took part in developing. And I'm very grateful. Recently, I was given an award in New York, and many people said to me, "Congratulations and thank you." I'm just pleased that my work has made people so happy.
便利になるのにというふうに思って。
Now, across the world, more than 10 billion emoji are sent by people every day. Shigetaka Kurita was talking to me, Jane Wilkinson, for the Witness History podcast from the BBC World Service. And if you've enjoyed listening, why not leave us a review and share it with anyone you think might be interested? It helps spread the word about the amazing stories people tell us on Witness History.